Hi, thank you for joining me today for the Nutrient Content Claims tutorial. Nutrient content claims describe the level of a nutrient in a food product using terms such as free, high, and low, which make it easier for consumers to make informed decisions. For example, something could be high in vitamin C or low in sodium. In order for the claims to be valid, the food item must meet certain nutrient amount requirements and other criteria. US and Mexico label claims are reported based on a reference amount, and in Canada, the claims reported must meet requirements for both the reference amount and the serving size. Genesis R&D supports claims for the US, Canada, and Mexico and will automatically calculate for eligible claims, and I'm going to show you how that works. This tutorial assumes you've already created a recipe, so with your recipe open, click the Claims tab. If you did not already set a reference amount when you were creating or editing the recipe, a warning dialog will ask if you want to set the reference amount now. If you use the reference amount for the recipe's serving size, then click Use Existing. If you need to add a reference amount, click Set. This will open another dialog. Enter the reference amount there. Again, for Mexico and the US, the program will calculate from the reference amount only, but for Canada, Genesis R&D will consider both the reference amount and the serving size. For US labels, in most cases, the serving size should already be the rack, which for this recipe is 100 grams, so I do already have it set to the correct amount. Because I don't need to enter a different reference amount here, I click Use Existing and the Claims dialog opens. Here, you can see by the green check marks that this product is eligible for a low sodium claim, and it also qualifies as a good source of both vitamin A and copper. Let's look at why this qualifies for a good source of copper. Expand the copper menu and expand the qualifying conditions. We can see that the qualifying condition is that the food contains 10 to 19% of the RDI or DRV for copper, which is represented by the percent DV shown here, 10%. I'm going to check all three so we can see what this looks like on the label view. Click OK. Then go up here to View Label. So here we see the list of the claims that I might want to use on my packaging. Note this statement: see nutrition information for saturated fat content. For US claims, this will appear if your food exceeds certain thresholds for fat, saturated fat, cholesterol, or sodium. So if this is true and you choose to use a claim, then you must also display the disclosure statement. I do want to use copper and vitamin A as a claim, so I'm going to have to make sure that they are added to the label. To do this, go to Edit Label, Voluntary Nutrients, and select copper, select vitamin A, click OK. And now we see them on the label. That was the US label, and now I'm going to look at how this works on Mexico labels. So again, go to Edit Label, and for Country Authority, select Mexico. Click OK. I have to change the reference amount here, because in Mexico, this is considered to be cut fruit, and the reference amount is 170 grams, which I can change by going into the recipe. Click Edit Recipe, and select reference amount. I will check Enable Reference Amount and enter 170 here. Click OK. Please note, in most cases, the recipe serving size should reflect the reference amount. I'm showing you this for illustrative purposes. Again, click Claims. Now you'll see that there are fewer possible claims allowed in Mexico. Those are listed here, and this food item qualifies as low in sodium. Now let's look at Canada. Back under Edit Label, change Country Authority to Canada and click OK. Now go to Edit Recipe again and change the reference amount here to 140 grams. Click OK. Click Claims, and here are the possible qualifying claims for Canada. Canada claims are different from US and Mexico claims. Notice there are contains claims, and again this one is high in copper. You see here the serving size amount and the reference amount. Both of those must meet the qualifications for you to make a claim. A good example here is magnesium. The reference amount is over 5%, but the serving size is not. If it were also 5% or more, it would qualify for a contains claim. Now, because of rounding rules, even if the reference and per serving are the same number, they may end up as different %DVs, which would cause one or the other not to qualify. So keep that in mind when you're doing Canadian claims. I'm going to go ahead and check this and click OK. And there they are. Again, as with the US, if you're going to make a claim here, you want to put these as voluntary nutrients on your label itself. And this concludes our tutorial. Thank you.